In this example, we are going to evaluate the expression 55 minus 2 times the quantity of 8 times 9 minus 55, and we're going to evaluate that using the order of operations. So you see off to the right, I have our friendly acronym Pemdas, which reminds us of the steps of the order of operations, parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division, and addition and subtraction. Now, one of the most common misconceptions about PEMDAS is that there's 6 separate steps because there are 6 letters, when in actuality there are really only 4 steps to PEMDAS. Step 1 is parentheses, step 2 is exponents, step 3 is multiplication and division together in one step, and step 4 is addition and subtraction together in one step. So when multiplication and division are together, we work them in order from left to right. So you look at your expression and you just work your way from left to right. So sometimes you might do a division step before you do a multiplication step if that's the way it's laid out from left to right. Same thing with adding and subtracting. We work those in order from left to right. Okay, so let's look at our example here. So my first step is parentheses, and as I look at my expression, I do have parentheses, so I'm going to work inside of the parentheses first. That's what it means by parentheses. You do whatever inside of your parentheses. Now, when I look inside, I see 2 different operations. I see multiplication and I see subtraction. Since multiplication comes in step 3 and subtraction doesn't come till step 4, I'm going to do my multiplication first. So my first step of this problem is going to be to multiply 8 times 9. So I'm left with 55 minus 2 times the quantity 72 minus 55. Now, I'm still on the parentheses step because I'm still working inside of the parentheses. Now, inside the parentheses, I have to subtract. So I have 55 minus 2 times 17. So now I am done with step P, or step 1. I'm done with parentheses because there's nothing left to do inside of the parentheses. I've simplified it to the number 17. I can move on. Now my next step would be exponents, but there's no exponents in this expression. So now I'm on to step 3, multiplication and division. So when I look at what I have left, I have a subtraction operation and I have a multiply operation. Because when I have that 2 right next to the parentheses 17, that's not the P for parentheses step. Now those parentheses indicate multiplication. That's telling me to do 2 times 17. So I'm going to multiply 2 times 17 before I subtract. So I'm going to get 55 minus 34, and then my last step, I'm going to move on to step 4 because I'm ready for addition and subtraction. The only thing I have left is subtraction, and 55 minus 34 is 21.